DUI laws with zero tolerance, legal BAC, open container, and penalties, Part 3. Working with and serving alcohol. In most states, employees under the age of 21 are allowed to offer alcoholic beverages at their place of employment provided it is necessary for the performance of their duties. They are still not permitted to drink alcohol on the property where they work, though. To legally serve alcohol, a person must be 21 years or older only in Alaska, Nevada, and Utah. While all other states need a person to be either 18 or 19 years old, Maine only requires a minimum age of 17. Most states have laws that distinguish between selling unopened alcohol in a supermarket or liquor shop and serving alcoholic beverages in a restaurant or bar. Texas is one of the states that permits 16-year-olds or older to sell unopened alcohol if it is necessary for their profession. The consequences of using a fake ID. A significant offense that is sometimes charged as a felony is using a phony ID to falsely represent your age. The consequences for using a fake ID vary from state to state and are determined by the specifics of the offense. Even if you don't try to use your phony ID to purchase items that are only available to those over a certain age, you could still face penalties in every state just for having it. An ID is considered phony if it was not issued by the government and is a fake version of a real state driver's license or other identity document. You are attempting to pass off someone else's legitimate, government-issued ID as your own, whether it is valid. A misdemeanor is typically used to prosecute fake ID crimes if they are committed for the first time and have little chance of harming anyone. In comparison to creating your own ID, borrowing someone else's is typically seen as a less serious offense. Similar to purchasing a firearm, purchasing alcohol or smokes with a phony ID is typically seen as less serious. Some states, however, do not differentiate between various degrees of fake ID crime and will punish them all very severely. Using or having a fraudulent ID could lead to 1. Time in jail. Usually, repeat offenders and more serious crimes receive this punishment. The maximum sentence for a misdemeanor fraudulent ID crime is 1 year in prison, but sentences of about 3 months are more typical. Criminal fake ID offenses carry a maximum 10-year jail sentence. A punishment of up to $2,000 may be imposed for a misdemeanor forged ID crime. First-time offenders normally face fines of $500 or less in most states. If you are caught using a fraudulent ID, you might be fined up to $100,000. Remember that anyone caught using a fake ID to purchase alcohol will also be prosecuted with underage alcohol possession, a violation that carries heavy fines. It's against the law and might cost you a lot of money to purchase alcohol using a phony ID. The concept of zero tolerance is absolute. The largest danger to the health and lives of young Americans is undoubtedly underage drinking and driving. Every state has severe zero-tolerance regulations that are not meant to be disregarded, subverted, or gotten around. Almost in every state, a police officer can detain and prosecute a minor with an alcohol-related misdemeanor just by smelling alcohol on their breath. Illegal BAC levels are not necessary as proof. Associating with alcoholics or even just touching a drop of alcohol could get you into serious problems and have a lasting detrimental effect on your life. Keep in mind that zero-tolerance policies are put in place for your protection, not to ruin your time. The high rates of road fatalities in the United States have decreased significantly as a result of the strict restriction of alcohol. Limiting alcohol saves lives.